What's going on, everybody? It's the Jack here once again with another Waveiture 101 video for you guys. Yeah, that's right, Professor Waveiture is back at it again with another Waveiture 101 video for you guys on this wonderful wavy Wednesday. Today's video is going to be a good one. I'll be talking about the 10 essential items and character traits that you're going to need in order to wave successfully. This is something that I spoke on in the past, but it's been a long time since I've spoken on this, and I feel like my channel has grown a lot since then, and I have a lot more subscribers and people who tune in to my videos. So I kind of want to reiterate the 10 essentials of waving for successful waving to you guys, just so my newer audience will be able to see it, and it'll be a refresher for my older audience. So I think both sides will be able to benefit from the information that I'll be giving. Before I hop into actually giving this information, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you feel like it helps you, or if you think that it's just a cool video. Also, don't be scared to comment any questions, comments, and concerns in the comment section below. Also, check out the description box of my this video and hit those links and follow, so you guys can be able to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, just to be able to contact me easier if you guys have any personal questions that you don't want to be broadcasted on like a public platform like YouTube. I'll be able to further assist you guys in your wave journeys, and assist you guys in just about any thing that you guys need help with. You feel me? If you guys have any questions about anything, I got you. Professor Waveiture. So yeah, guys, in this video I'll be discussing what I feel like is the 10 essential things that you need, or 10 essential items that you need in order to wave successfully. My list would probably vary and differ from other people's lists. However, I feel like when it comes to like waving as a whole, everybody is kind of unique with what they do. Yeah, we have our similarities. Yeah, every waver has stuff that's going to be the same, but I feel like we all got a different like methods to our madness, if you will. And I think that goes with anything in life. Everybody's perspective and take on certain subjects are going to be different. Not everybody's going to see eye to eye. Not everybody's going to have the same values, I guess you can say. However, we have to respect the fact that everybody does have their own insights, and everybody does have their own opinions, and to not let that kind of get in the way of moving forward or anything of that nature. But I'm not trying to get too preachy on this one. So yeah, that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. It's going to be a wide range of topics within this video. I'm not just going to be explaining what you need. I'm going to be explaining why I feel like you need it as well. The uses of each of item that I'm going to be telling you guys too. Just to kind of go really into depth and give you guys like some really good information. I feel like sometimes people, when it comes to explaining things, tell you what to do but don't really explain why you need to do it, or they tell you what to do and not really explain how. So I'm just trying to make sure I could explain to you guys in depth, so you guys could have a better understanding, a better better comprehension of what I'm telling you and what I'm talking to you guys about. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to these essentials. Alright, so before we hop into like the physical items that you need, as far as the 10 essentials go to be a successful waver, or to wave successfully, I'm gonna get into like the character traits. I feel like there's 4 key character traits that you're going to need in order to be a successful waver. Number 1 is gonna be patience. You're gonna need patience because you don't get waves overnight. You don't get waves in a week. You're not gonna get elite level waves in a month. You feel me? It's gonna take some time. You're gonna have to put the time in. You're gonna have to put the work in. So you're gonna have to have patience and let everything develop. You're gonna have patience to have to let the pattern come in. You're gonna have to go through multiple stages when it comes to waving, from that fresh cut stage to training your hair, to getting your ripples in, to turning those ripples into to getting those ripples to connect to form waves, to kind of bring you into like you're working on your connection phase, to bettering your flow, to your crown, and you're gonna have a weak side that's gonna be developing at a slower rate. So you're just gonna need a lot of patience to help you get through all those stages. Now, as I said, you're gonna have to put the work in. So character trait number 2 is gonna be, you're gonna have to have a high work ethic. You're gonna have to be able to put the time in. You're gonna have to be able to put the time in to make sure that you're putting in that brush work daily. You feel me? You're not gonna be a successful waver, or become an elite waver, if you're not putting in the work daily. You're gonna be wanting to be putting your brushes to work on a regular basis. Anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes a day you're gonna want to set aside for brushing. as far as when to brush, I've been preaching to you guys, just brush before you go to bed, being that you're not really doing anything anyway besides preparing to go to sleep. So you don't have to really worry about, rushing, because who really rushes to go to bed? You feel me? It's not like you have to, trying to get a session in the morning before you go to work or something, or go to school or something to that effect. Before you go to bed, you just put that nice little session together. In my opinion, it actually relaxes me. After a good breath session, after I rag up, I'm like relaxed. I'm just ready to go to sleep and just, hop in my bed and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of therapeutic too. You get to think some things through. You can vibe out to some music. I just feel like before bed is the perfect time to brush, and it's going to be the time that you're going to actually have enough time to sit down and have a quality session. My next essential, character trait that you guys are going to need is perseverance. There's going to be a time when your waves, you're going to feel like they're not developing anymore. You're going to feel like you're plateauing. However, all wavers go through that. We go through the time where we feel like our waves are peaking. However, we still have like forks and stuff like that, but we're gonna feel like that we just, can't keep, like, our waves are just not improving. And when we get to that point, you don't give up. You gotta keep going. So that's the reason why you gotta be persevere. A way to to continue persevering is to figure out different ways to stay motivated. And one way I stayed motivated was taking pictures of my hair and kind of documenting my waves every so often, so I can see the physical changes. Because when you see yourself every day, when you see your hair every day, you feel me, you're not gonna really be able to tell a physical difference because of the fact that you see it so often. However, if you see a picture, say, that you takes like today, and then 3-4 months down the line, you take another picture and you see the difference between the picture that was taken in December versus the one that was taken in like April, you'll be able to tell the difference. And from being able to tell the difference, that's going to be something that you could use as your motivation. Also, getting in tune with just like the wave pages via Facebook, or just following different wavers on Instagram. And when you see people thriving and looking like their waves are looking elite and stuff like that, you should use that as fuel to continue to better your waves. You feel me? Like when you see somebody being successful in life, you kind of use that to help guide your own or create your own success. So just take that same approach to to waving. Follow with people with elite wave patterns, and that can help you stay motivated, which is going to help you persevere through those tough times. Alright guys, so the last character trait that I think that you guys will be needing to become a successful waver and to wave successfully is discipline. This kind of goes hand in hand with everything that I've been talking about so far in this video. You're going to need to be disciplined to sit down and have those breath sessions. You're going to have to be disciplined, to develop routines for your hair. You're going to have that discipline to, just take your hair seriously as a whole. That's like one thing that us wavers do. We take our hair really, really seriously. We get in tune from, not just brushing our hair and having good looking waves or whatever. We take our hair health and we take that seriously to make sure that our hair is nice and strong and shiny but soft, and as well as our scalp health. We take our hair health like very, very seriously. It takes a certain level of discipline to get to that point, to get to that level. You're gonna have to kind of work rigorously to develop those routines and stick to those routines to make sure that your hair continues to maximize its health and to maximize its the waves that you're gonna be developing. You feel me? I think it's very important to just stay disciplined. I think that might be the actual the most important character trait other than patience is discipline. Because if you're not disciplined, you're not going to be putting in that work. And if you're not putting in that work, you're definitely not going to become a successful waver. Now that the essential character traits are out the way, let's get into the essential items that you're going to need to become a successful waver. Now on the table in front of me, you guys can't really see it because it's not really within a shot. However, I have the essential items, and I got them broken down into different groups. Alright guys, so the first item that you guys are going to need, that I feel like is an essential aspect of waving and becoming an elite waver, or just being a successful waver or waving successfully, whichever sort of description you want to give it, the first item you're going to need to do so is a brush. And I think that you actually need two brushes. You're gonna need a medium brush and you're gonna need a soft brush. I think that these are the two most important aspects of developing successful waves. A medium brush is gonna be that workhorse that you're gonna be using at all stages and all facets of waving, from, you know, your fresh cut to your woofing stage, from your beginning to becoming elite stage, like in all aspects of waving, you're going to be wanting to use that medium brush. This is your wave developer. This is your the pull creator. This is everything. Like, your medium brush is going to be your best friend. It's going to be your most essential item out of everything that will be on this physical item list. Then that's going to follow up with your soft brush. I feel like the soft brush is very important because of the fact that it helps keep your frizz controlled. It helps keep your waves laid down, as well as it's a really good brush to use to brush in your products that you're going to be putting into your hair. You know, it helps evenly distribute it throughout your hair and to, you know, continue laying your hair down as well. It's also a brush that could be used at all you know, facets of waving, from your fresh cut to help with training your hair to, you know, when you're woofing and trying to keep your woof laid down, from becoming a beginner to all the way to becoming elite. I feel like a soft brush will always be used. Alright, so my second essential item that you guys are going to need to help better develop your waves, to become a successful waver and all that good stuff, will be combs. You're gonna want to comb. You know, combing is very, very important to wave development. It helps stretch out those curls. You know, to better your flow. It helps with the connection process, especially if you do like the stretch and lay method. If you're not familiar with the stretch and lay method, I'll leave the link to a video that I've made on it in the description box. In the description box below. Speaking of the description box, always check it, because there are always going to be some links to you know, previous videos and links that you guys will be you know, will find useful. I'll put it that way. But you're definitely gonna want, you know, your combs. You know, they help stretch those curls out. They help with you know, helping your waves become more defined, adding definition and all that good stuff. You know, comb sessions are very, very essential, especially when you're woofing, which is an essential aspect of waving too. You know, so you're definitely gonna want to get your hands on some combs. These combs right here came in a variety pack from CVS. But you could get combs just about anywhere. You know, I think anywhere that sells hair care products or anything of that nature, or anything that revolves around here, you'll be able to find, you know, some combs. That you could even find combs at your dollar store and stuff like that. But definitely get your hands on some combs. That's very important. So when it comes to conducting these brush sessions, these comb sessions, you're definitely going to want to do it in the most accurate way possible. You know, the best way to get elite waves is, you know, being super accurate with your brush strokes and super accurate with your comb strokes as well. And the best way to make sure that you're accurate with your angles is by using a mirror. Hopefully your mirror is in better condition than mine. Mine's is beat down. However, it's still, you know, it's still effective. So being that it's still effective, I'm not gonna get a new one until like the actual mirror itself cracks and breaks. But you guys definitely gonna want to get yourself a mirror. It just makes your conducting a brush session a whole lot easier. Especially if you're like, put it above your head like this, like so, and have the mirror behind you when you're brushing. You're going to be able to see the back of your head within the mirror itself, which is going to help you see what you're doing back there. It's going to help you with your crown development, because of the fact that you're going to be able to physically see your crown. And if you want to like reverse it and kind of have it up here with the mirror and with your regular mirror in front of you, that'll help as well. It just helps you, you know, see all angles of your head and really kind of get in tune with the way that your hair grows, because you're going to be seeing it, as I said, seeing all angles, all facets of your head, you know. And it just makes brushing your hair a whole lot easier, because as I continuously say, you can see your entire. Alright, so the next item that I'll be telling you guys about that's essential to becoming an elite waver, or just an essential you know, item for wave development as a whole, is your compression tools. It could be a stocking cap like so. It could be a stocking cap. It could be a silky cap, or it could be like a do-rag. Oh man, I dropped my comb, but the show must go on. But yeah, you know, it could be I like do-rags more than anything else. I have a big head, so when I use like stocking caps or compression caps or anything like a cap, it just kind of, you know, squeezes out my head a little bit, kind of gives me headaches from time to time, leaves bad lines across my forehead. So I very rarely use these. I only use these if I need added compression, but for the most part, I don't really double compress no more. I just single compress, and if I feel like I can't, you know, keep my hair laid down, you know, from the brushwork and one do-rag, it's time to cut. But yeah, definitely I use do-rags more frequently, because I feel like do-rags, you know, you get more security, they're better material. I feel like you could you know, kind of gauge how tight the do-rag gets. But I definitely feel like a do-rag is essential because it's going to protect your hair at night from being stripped of any and all products and that you put in your hair while you sleep. It's also going to keep your hair in order while you sleep, so when you wake up, your hair isn't all frizzy and your waves still look good and they're laid down. You don't really need like a do-rag with like designs or anything like that. Just any do-rag will suffice as long as it's a silky material, because silkier materials are better for your hair. Less than more cotton-like materials, you're gonna want something that's like, you know, more of like a satin blend, you know, to kind of help you with that. But yeah, do-rag is definitely an essential item when it comes to waving successfully. It's like your memory card. It's gonna help you save everything, save all your progress, save the moisture, save your hair as a whole. You know, it's definitely something that I feel like every waver needs. Every waver has a do-rag or has had do-rags in their life. So yeah, this is very important. Next thing that we're gonna get into, I believe, you know, we talked about brushes, we talked about the mirror, we talked about combs, we talked about do-rags. So we have 2 more items that we're going to discuss. Now, and if you was to group them together, they're all product based. However, you know, I'm going to separate them into 2 different subcategories, if you will. The first category we're going to talk about is products that help clean and replenish your hair. So we're going to be talking about shampoos, you know, conditioners, and deep conditioners of some sort, or a hair mask, whatever way you want to market it. But yeah, so let's get into that right now. So first up, shampoo land. Shampoos are very essential to becoming an elite waver, to becoming a, you know, successful waver, because, you know, as I said, you know, becoming an elite waver and waving successfully, you take your hair health into seriously. So you're gonna want to make sure that your hair is cleaned. You know, your hair and your scalp is properly cleaned, and you know, the only way to properly clean your scalp and to clean your hair is using a shampoo of some sort. Now, when it comes to different types of shampoos, that kind of all varies on your hair's needs. You feel me? I use moisturizing shampoos because of the fact that, you know, I am a low porosity hair haver. So being that I have low porosity, you know, it's kind of tough for my hair to take in moisture. You know, so I wanted to make sure that I'm moisturizing my hair from top to bottom, and it starts with a moisturizing shampoo. This is a T-Gen led shampoo. You know, I told you guys about this in plenty of videos. But yeah, that's the reason why you want a shampoo, to be able to, you know, clean your hair properly, but not, you know, but you want it to be moisturizing so it's not stripping your hair too bad. So besides the shampoo, you guys are gonna want a conditioner as well, just to make sure you're replenishing your hair of any and all oils that could have been stripped throughout the shampoo process. You know, this your conditioner is going to help, you know, it's like the electrolytes that you need after working out. Like after you work out and you're kind of dehydrated, you get a water or a Gatorade in your system to kind of replenish those electrolytes to bring your body back to equilibrium. You know, it's the same thing that your conditioner is going to do. Your conditioner is just gonna, you know, further hydrate your hair. It's gonna help replenish those electrolytes that you might have lost, in a sense, you know, during the game of, if you're an athlete. And you guys can kind of catch my drift that I'm going with right now. It's just your conditioner is gonna help, you know, really moisturize your hair after a wash, you know, and just keep your hair nice and refueled. A hair mask or a deep conditioner is just like it's like a conditioner on steroids. It's just gonna further moisturize your hair, you know, really, you know, penetrate the hair, penetrate the scalp, to, you know, continue to bring out the maximum hair health that you possibly can have. As far as what to look for in a hair mask, that all depends on, you know, what you feel like you need, but it's just gonna enhance the moisture that you guys have. And that you guys need after a good wash, or like a regular wash and condition. As far as how often I deep condition or use a hair mask, it kind of varies, you know. Usually like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks I'll deep condition. But yeah, this is something that's definitely essential to your hair health. Now the next thing that I'll be discussing is actual hair products. You know, that's not really about cleaning your hair, but more so just keeping your hair moisturized throughout the day, and moisturized in between your washes and stuff like that. So that's just going to be regular hair products like Like, so, like, it doesn't matter what hair product it is, as long as you have a hair product itself, you know, you guys will be fine. You know, you just need something that's going to keep your hair, you know, moisturized, keep your hair laid down, keep your hair, you know, control your frizz, keep your hair hydrated, you know. So you're definitely going to want some hair products to use. As far as what hair products to use, you know, as I always say, as long as it's natural, it's a go. As long as it's made from products that and ingredients that stem from this earth, then it's good. If once you guys start getting into unnatural products, is when I kind of take off and turn on the jets and, you know, skedaddle, because all I do is use natural products. I try to have my products be as 100% natural as possible. You know, the more natural the product, the more health benefits that your hair is going to be able to take from the product. The more natural the product, the better it is for your hair, you know, as a whole. You know, most unnatural products could damage your hair, whereas, you know, natural products is going to give your hair nothing but nutrients. So guys, that's it. You know, that's all my essential items, from, you know, physical items to character traits. I kind of didn't just tell you what the essentials were. I got into explaining why that each item is essential, you know, in terms of, you know, each product, to, you know, the brushes, to the mirror, to the do-rag. And I just I really went into depth with you guys. If you guys have any questions about anything that I've mentioned in this video, please comment them, or just rewatch the video and kind of see if it you know, resonates after watching it a second time. But either way it goes, you guys, if you have any questions, make sure you guys comment those below. So with all that being said, I'm about to take off. I got some things I want to take care of. You know, you already know what I'm about to say if you guys routinely tune in. If not, you're gonna learn today. No Kevin Hart though. But as I always say, you know, keep that Waveiture going, keep that breath in motion if you want the ocean, and make sure you guys pick a goal and go get it. Before I sign off, I hope everybody has a nice, safe, and happy new year. Make sure you guys bring in the new year on with a bang. Make sure you guys, you know, don't change just because the calendar changed. Change because you truly want to. You feel me? Don't let just because it's a new year you feel obligated to, you know, change because you truly want to, not because social media is telling you to, not because of the fact that the calendar has switched. Change and, you know, grow as a person because you want to, and yet you're in that and because you're ready to. All right. So with all that being said, Professor Waveiture is out. You guys stay safe. Have a good one. Peace.